It was the best of times and it was the worst of times. No, I am absolutely not going to read you A Tale of Two Cities, but I am going to give you a tale of two businesses. We are going through so much right now. Some of us are still working, some of us are not. Some of us, like me, have slowed down quite a bit, but I'm still working, thankfully. But I want everyone to take this downtime that we have to put things in perspective. Now, I realize before I get started here, because this is going to be a rant, I'm going to warn you ahead of time. I'm going to go from jeers to cheers because I want to end on a positive note. But whether you are a huge multi-million dollar company or whether you are a small business owner like myself and someone else here that I'm going to discuss, the one thing the one thing that you have to offer your customers and your clients is customer service. Plain and simple customer service. If you treat your client, your customer, like they don't matter, okay. uh, so I just want to get started here. I want to talk about DSW, Designer Shoe Warehouse. I'm sure a few of you know the large company that I'm talking about. Now, this actually all transpired way before it hit the proverbial fan, okay? So the last time I went to the Hollow, which was the end of February, and I mean, I realized some of this was going on, but what happened here is absolutely no excuse. No excuse for what transpired. I, I mean, like the day after I got back from the Hollow, I ordered some shoes, okay? And I thought, okay, I could go pick them up, but I'm really super busy. I'm going to have them shipped here. So that's what they did. Holy smokes. I honestly, I took a photo of what I received 2 weeks later. 2 weeks later, it took those shoes to get to me. I received, I received a shoe box, but what I received, and mail absolutely has nothing to do with this. I received a shoe box. Now this is, I guess, their standard shipping box. Yeah, sorry. It was all beat to hell. I mean, honestly, the seams that I keep going the wrong way, but the seams that you see here were absolutely falling apart. It looked like this box had been put out on the street and kicked down the road. It was dirty. It was beat, like I said, it was beat all to hell. And I opened it up and I was like, what in the heck is this? Didn't even have a top to it. And of course my paperwork was in it, and the shoes that, now they have since replaced the shoes. I will give them that, but there's another story to that too. But the shoes clearly, the sandals clearly had been used. And I'm not talking about, this isn't Shoe Carnival or one of those really inexpensive shoe places. Okay, so I mean, it's not Nordstrom's. I'll give them that. It's not Nordstrom's, but I mean, what I ordered were Clark's. Um, but the shoes clearly had been used. The bottoms of them were dirty and scruffed. The sides of the soles here were scratched and scuffed. And I mean, even the little straps here were undone, and I could clearly see, because I can see on the soles here, I could clearly see where they had been worn. Oh, nasty. So I got to looking at my paperwork. I immediately phoned them, and I said, if you would, I took photos, the whole 9 yards, guys. And I said, I will be happy to send you the photos if you want me to. Oh, no, 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 that's okay. I'll send you out a replacement pair right now, even without me sending my old shoes back. And so I said, okay. And I got to thinking about it, and I'm thinking, okay. And I started looking at my paperwork, and for me to return these was going to, and I didn't nitpick it, but I started looking at it, and there was going to be like an $8.50 charge for shipping to return these. I said, oh, hell no. And I had to get on the phone again. I was on hold. Now, bear in mind, this is 2 weeks later. I had to be on hold for like 20 minutes before I could even get through to anyone. And they said, no, since this clearly wasn't your fault. But then I had to get out. Again, we're in the middle of everything that's going on. I had to get out and go to a hugely populated place to drop the shoes off. I mean, I got them back, but a boo hiss, boo, thumbs down, to DSW. I'm really super, super disappointed in their standards. I mean, what happened? Like I said, none of this was going on at the end of February. This wasn't going on. I mean, it was, but not to the degree it is now. But, will I ever darken their door again? I don't know. Will I ever wear these shoes? I don't know. I mean, they're lovely shoes. They fit perfect. They're very, very comfortable. But it's one thing that you'll learn about me, whether it be a pair of shoes or a person, if I have an issue with it, excuse me, every time I put on or encounter or whatever, all these bad memories are going to kind of come flooding back to me and going, oh, was it worth it? I mean, I've had bathrooms remodeled before, and because since it was such an ordeal, was it worth it? No. There you go. Thanks for nothing, DSW. And all I have to show for my other boo, a big, huge, huge boo hiss, and they can kiss my ass. I decided it was time for my eye exam. I decided to go with someone more local, a small business owner, to support small business people. And they were close, and I went for my exam. And of course, my prescription changed for my glasses. And I stayed and picked out new frames, of course, lenses, of course. And although the lady who waited on me, she said, well, you would only have to pay half, and then the other half when they come in. And I figured, well, I didn't say anything, but I picked the glasses. I'm so glad I did not pick out the Jimmy Choo frames. That would have really racked up a bill. But I picked out the frames. We got everything measured. And when I went up there, they wanted me to pay for full. I said, whatever. One way or another, I'm going to pay for them, right? So I paid for them in full. And this past Monday, today's Friday, Monday, they told me wait a week to 10 days for them, because they don't do, for my glasses, it's not an hour process. But so Monday I drove by the office and I saw cars out there, and I'm going, well, okay, they're still going, So I called the next day to see what the status was. I got a recording. Saying we're closed until May. Now, granted, I do have glasses to wear, but I think the mere fact that they made no effort, not a phone call. I actually phoned them and left a message. I left a message. They never phoned me back. And here it is 5 days later, never phoned me back. have made no effort at all to touch bases with me. They took my money, but May, I asked them, I said, would you please, you know, give me a shout and let me know what the status of my glasses are. Can you send them to me? What's happening? They're closed till May. I guess their business is so successful that they can treat their clients like this. Okay. I mean, I honestly, I don't know what to say other than I honestly wish I had someone to go with me in May to pick up these glasses. Glasses I probably, again, I'm gonna look at them and go, eh. But I wish I had someone close by that would go with me in May to pick these up, because I'm going to have a really super hard time holding my tongue. It's going to take all of my strength to deal with these people. Do you think that I will ever go back and spend money there? Not a snowball's chance in hell. Hell no. Mm-mm. So the only other jeer that I have, and again, this is not, it's not money I've spent or anything like that. And I realize these multi-million-dollar companies have, these mass emailings going out. Well, it just so happens it's my birthday month. No, please don't wish me happy birthday. But I get these emailings from, I want to give you an example, like Ulta. If you come in, again, if you come in through our doors that are locked, you will get this free tube of whatever. It's your birthday. And I've got the same from Sephora. I've gotten the same from World Market. We'll give you 30% off. At least with World Market, they've given me a code. But Ulta is absolutely adamant. You can't even do it online. You have to walk through the doors. So what do you say? But on a higher note, yesterday I went out to check my mailbox, of course, and I did so, and I got a package, and I wasn't really expecting it. And I mean, it was clearly marked on the outside. It was from Chewy. Now, I use Chewy. If you have pets, you know Chewy, but I had made an order probably 3 weeks ago when I saw things kind of going downhill a little bit, and I thought, especially with Walmart, I had been doing online shopping at Walmart and going and basically picking it up, and and rightfully so, Walmart has their policies. So, but as far as cat food, 2 little things of cat food, well, that's not going to last me very long, and I just simply can't run up and down the road buying cat food. But their limit was 2 cans, and so I thought, well, I'd better place a big order with Chewy. And that's what I did. The things that I knew Fanny likes, the things that Smokey, my outdoor rescue likes. And so I thought, well, I'm going to place just a big order. That way I can stockpile some food up for them. And although there was a delay in shipping, Chewy immediately, when you hit their website, they're saying there's delays. And again, I know that they're trying to keep up with demand. Everyone is probably doing the same thing I am. Oh, I better get a bunch of, whatever kind of food it is that they have. But at least they let me know every step of the way. It's broken down into 3 shipments. I know it probably cost them maybe a little bit more money, but at least my shipments were coming, right? And so I never had an issue with Chewy. So I went to my mailbox yesterday, and I again, it's a big padded envelope, and I'm like, okay, well, everything is accounted for. So I opened it up, and of course it was wrapped absolutely beautifully. But I get this card. This glare is just terrible, guys. Sorry about that. But I get a card, and it actually had my name printed on it. Can you imagine? It says surprise. It says, "Hi, Glennis. We wanted to send you something to show you how much we care. We hope you enjoy it. Best wishes, your Chewy family." And it says, surprise, a one-of-a-kind painting for a one-of-a-kind pet. And again, it was wrapped in beautiful, their corporate colors are blue. And it says, "You're the cat's meow, Chewy." And it was wrapped in blue paper. And I want to show you guys. It honestly, it brought tears to my eyes. But one of the things you on Chewy, you are able to have a profile picture of your pet, how much they weigh, what they like, their favorite foods, and things like that. And so from the photo that I uploaded, gosh, several years ago, they actually have this lady. Yeah, I think you guys can see it. That's Fanny, one-eyed Fanny. This is an oil on canvas. And the lady's name, now I know she has a Facebook page. The lady's name is Mallory, Mallory, Steele, Steele. And honestly, it just absolutely brought tears to my eyes. And you can see it's stretched canvas. And her name is actually written in here. But just absolutely so cute. So what I'm going to do, and I haven't done it yet, I honestly haven't had time. I don't do Facebook because I have issues with security of Facebook. They've actually, several years ago, Facebook allowed a lot of my information to be gathered for nefarious reasons, and so I'm staying away from Facebook. But I'm sure that she's somewhere else on the internet, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to have 2 other photos done, or maybe 3, I'm not sure. I'm going to have one done of Ginger and Buddy, and maybe I'm hoping I'll have one done, and if I can afford it, of Smokey too. So I'll have these. But I also wanted to give a big shout out and a very, I thanked her once, but I wanted to actually, let's see if I can get that back. I actually wanted to thank her again. This is something I ordered, and there was a little bit of a delay, but that was my fault, and that was mostly because I was going back and forth to the Hollow, and I didn't want this to get, either sat in my mailbox for who knows how long. And I said, just work on it, just take your time, don't worry about it. And that's Trish, and she does have an Etsy shop, and I will, if I can, you guys know I'm just awful at this technical stuff, but I will drop a link below to her Etsy shop. But she is Trish Beanbag Hagwag. And I've already framed this. Oh, and again, I'm hoping, but she did this for me. And of course, to me, this embodies absolutely me, because of course my connection to nature, and of course with my familials. And it seems like my entire adult life, I've always had 3 familials on the go at any given time. So this actually means so much to me. But again, I mean, it's just gorgeous, and I really need to do better by the frame, but I honestly just wanted to get it behind glass and not ruined. So again, if you have an Etsy shop or whatever kind of business that you have, I know times are tough. I know everyone is a little bit challenged right now in, getting things out, uh, supplying things. Thankfully, I have been deemed by our beloved governor essential services, and the businesses that I use are deemed essential services. So thankfully, as long as I have clients, thankfully I'm still, carrying forward, even though I'm actually not going anywhere or doing anything. I'm still working. So that's always a great thing. But, before you guys spend your hard-earned money, just have a good look, have a good long, hard look at it. And even though I absolutely do use small businesses, I've only had one epic failure in the small business as of late. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me. Merry part, and I hope to merry meet again. Goodbye, guys.